After months of planning, we finally moved into our new home. Into a new city, but still in Cyprus, our beloved Mediterranean island. I'm so grateful to live in the sun and close to the sea. Even on cloudy days, the light is brighter here in the south. And this is meant to be my new art studio, where I will take full advantage of the natural light surrounding me. It should be a place to boost creativity, a space that feels safe and Hygge. My old desk is already in the right place, and its position may be a little bit weird at the moment, but in the end it will make totally sense. I need some storage room for these bigger papers and big canvases. I dream of having a second desk, and I definitely need some space for my art books and some shelves. And I already have an idea how to combine everything in one. Even though you might not have an entire room dedicated to your creativity, I will share some ideas and tips on how you can create an art space for yourself on a budget. All you need is a little corner somewhere in your home. We start by building my new desk, which also provides space for my books and big papers. Take 2 IKEA shelves and add wide back panels. You can use smaller shelves or add table legs on one side if you have less space than I do. Position the shelves in a way that creates a seating area between them.
Right.
We use the kitchen top from IKEA that is very robust. Make sure your tabletop is a little deeper than the shelves to create a hidden space in the back. Now I have enough space for my books, like the biggest desk ever, and in this area it will go to the wall and there will be space for the big papers and big canvases. The new desk is already so beautiful, but sometimes there are so small things and they make a huge difference. This area is my space when I want to stand and paint, because sometimes it's really good to be able to stand up and paint and not just sit at the desk. And I don't have an easel right now, definitely save for that one, but I don't have it now. So I have a very easy solution for that and very cheap, and that's just this board. You can use it for frames or decoration. And it's also very good for a cheap easel. I recently read the book My Hygge Home by Mike Viking. He confirmed that it doesn't have to be expensive to create a Hygge space. It's so much more about the ideas than the money. I was impressed to learn what a deep effect different spaces have on us as humans. A room can actively animate us to perform certain actions, and we can use this to help us create better habits. I thought a lot about how my studio should be arranged to support the work I want to get done here. My plan includes different spaces for different aspects of my work, like painting or working on my laptop. My painting area should be a warm invitation to paint. It should gently say, "Everything is ready, just start to paint," every time I see it. This corner is a little bit special because of all the doors, and it feels a little bit like a hallway. Still, I'm very glad that they are there because there's something good behind them. Like here is a bedroom, so it's a great privilege to have it and to have water directly at your studio, so I'm glad about it. And the other door is a big cupboard, so a lot of space. It's not all for my art stuff, it's also for personal stuff, but still I'm very grateful for storage room. I am grateful, but I don't like the look of this and I don't like the color of the doors so much, so I want to hide them, and I think there's a very easy and cheap solution for that. Curtains are an excellent tool for many reasons. They make the room look more Hygge, but they also make it sound more Hygge, for they reduce echo and produce a softer acoustic. Here's the difference yourself. This area is my space when I want to stand and paint, because sometimes it's really good to be able to stand up. A rug also helps to soften the sound. Consider all your senses when designing a room. To organize your art supplies like brushes and pencils, you can use normal everyday items like glasses or pots. And I like to combine very simple things like these glasses, they've been very cheap as well, and some eye catcher. I love this pot. It's handmade and got all this beautiful structure. Then I have this little shelf. It's for the kitchen, I think, for spices, but maybe it's a good thing for my inks. Let's see. And then some normal organizing stuff as well. I have a lot of notebooks because I love journaling, and here I have my travel journals, bullet journals, even more bullet journals, and some smaller journals for ideas. My new desk area I want to use mainly for drawings, watercolor and smaller formats. This small easel gives me so much flexibility. It's helpful for painting and drawing, but also great for studying art books. I love to have my art supplies more visible in this arrangement. Of course, they look beautiful, but I believe I will use them more often when they sit on my desk, reminding me to try out new techniques. Make sure you have all the useful tools in reach when you sit in your creative corner, like paper towels, pencil sharpeners or washi tape. Whatever it is you need most. Consider investing in a good lamp so you can make the most of evening hours when it's already dark outside. If painting is your hobby, evenings are probably the times you can spend in your creative space. And good lighting may be the most important tool of all. Last year, I started to paint with acrylic gouache again. As a child and teenager, I went to painting school once a week. It was my absolute highlight and I wouldn't miss out on one single session. There we always used this kind of paint and it is so much fun to paint with it again. They will find a place in this little wagon that can be moved freely around the studio. So no matter if I stand at my painting wall or sit down, I will have my supplies at hand. My old desk will be the place for working on my laptop. Here I will write my newsletter, blog posts, edit photos or script videos. Let me tell you a little bit more about my newsletter concept. I believe email is a fantastic opportunity to send out the best content. But most newsletters are so dry and boring. Imagine you would find a piece of inspiration, stories about art, and ideas that fuel your own creativity between the receipts and ads in your inbox. That's exactly what I want my newsletter to be. Inspired by the feeling you get from a magazine, I will send out color concepts, tips for art supplies, field notes, and crazy stories about painting abroad on a weekly basis. You will get motivated and inspired to pick up pens and brushes yourself. For nothing is better than the feeling of creating something with your hands. My newsletter is completely free, so don't hesitate to sign up for your weekly dose of inspiration. You'll find the link to join us in the description below the video. I would love to have a cozy seating area, but there isn't the space or the budget for an armchair, for example. And I love to use things I already have in my house. And we have these blankets for guests, and so we don't use it in everyday life, only when we have guests for a sleepover, which is not very often. So I spent the last days sewing these huge pillowcases, and I don't have a sewing machine, so I had to do it by hand, which was a little bit of a crazy project, but with these two items I can create a really cozy reading corner. Don't be discouraged if you don't have a huge budget to design a space. Trust that your creativity will make up for that. And where it reaches its limits, others will get you there. If you can't sew, maybe you know someone who can. If you lack ideas, use the ones I share in this video. It really all begins with your decision to make space for your art. Give your space the most personal touch with things that carry a meaning or memory for you. Like this figure my brother brought me from his trip to Rome. This cross my aunt gave me for my christening, or this light chain that was a gift from my cousin more than 15 years ago, and it still works. I like to hang things on my wall like sketches or pictures, everything that inspires me, and therefore I have this little corner, and if you just stick it to the wall will be very dirty after some time. And with this system it's very easy, just some nails, and I can pin everything I want and exchange it every time, so I can have my inspiration for whatever picture I'm currently painting on. Let's have a look back at how everything started. I hope you'll enjoy the final reveal.